Once, there lived a pig which gave birth to an abnormal piglet on Arabelle's farm. Fern's father, Mr. Arabelle, decided to slaughter the piglet, Wilbur, because he had an abnormality. But Fern persuaded him to let her to take care of it. Knowing that Wilbur would eventually be slaughtered for meat, Mr. Arabelle tried to make the separation softer for Fern. When Wilbur was strong, he was sent to live on Mr. Jackman's farm, Fern's uncle, where Fern went to visit him as often as possible. However, Wilbur still missed her and was lonely in his new home until a talking spider named Charlotte befriended him, and he also knew other farm animals.
As soon as Wilbur knew his fate would be slaughtered in the winter, Charlotte agreed to help him and she began to play words on her web to describe Wilbur, the first of which was "some pig." When Zuckerman noticed the message on the web above Wilbur's pigsty, he thought it was a miracle. Charlotte continued to play magical messages on the web like terrific and glowing, attracting a lot of attention. Charlotte asked for the help of the Red Warehouse Templeton, who was looking for waste paper labels and slips that she used to copy words.
One day, Wilbur took part in a sheep-heading competition at the country fair. This is very unnatural for a pig, because the competition is usually only followed by dogs. Wilbur wants to impress Zuckerman and discourage him from slaughtering Wilbur. But unfortunately, even though Wilbur had tried his best effort, he failed in the competition because his sheep were difficult to manage and not the same as what he had already prepared. Wilbur felt very sad. The fact that he will be slaughtered cannot be changed anymore.
Christmas Eve arrived so fast, the Zuckerman family had no food to eat. They also had no choice but to slaughter Wilbur back to what they had already decided, so they could enjoy the night without starvation. Fern reluctantly agreed, even though she never really wanted to let Wilbur slaughter. After being slaughtered, Wilbur is cooked by pecking, and the whole Arabelle family ate it except Fern. Fern was the only one who sad that night. She tried to hold it back, but Wilbur was her best friend. She was sad all that night.
Charlotte was devastated by Wilbur's departure forever. After giving birth to her children and her children began to grow up, Charlotte decided to continue making words with his net on behalf of Wilbur. What she did was commemorate the little pig. Since there were lots of messages created by Charlotte, Mr. Zuckerman was amazed and touched once he saw it. He wondered how it could happen. Then he had an idea to tell others about this miracle. And yes, once it was being told, his farm became famous. So many people came to the barn to see it. Now people knew about the story of Wilbur by Charlotte's Web. The end.